Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. I'm Steven Silver, character designer and teacher, dedicated to helping you learn about the art industry and living up to your potential. Whippy! All right, welcome to another Monday Morning Art Talk. So today's discussion is about caricatures, making a living as a caricature artist, but even more importantly, just really pursuing something and not holding your own self back. So this is going to be an interview. I had the opportunity to interview an artist from Pakistan. His name is Farhan. And I was at the National Cartoonist Society. Actually, that's the old name. It's ISCA, the International Society of Caricature Artists. Every year, a group of around 200 artists gather and we compete with each other. We draw, we hang out. It's an amazing event. So people from all over the world come. And what I had the opportunity to do is just hang out there. It was in Memphis, Tennessee. It was a really just great time. And I love meeting other artists. And while I was there, a young man came and introduced himself to me. And he said, "My name is Farhan. I'm from Pakistan." And just told me about what is done to try to come to America just to save up to come to the convention. And so I wanted to share that interview that I did with him. I hope that it's clear and you can hear it okay. I was at the convention. We just moved off to a corner. I think it should be okay. But the most important thing that I want you to get out of this, if anything, is number one, if you find yourself just struggling with your own art career, not being able to make a living doing art, and there's a frustration there and you're nervous and you're scared about it, drawing caricatures is an amazing way to make a living as an artist and also gain a lot of drawing experience. The artists that attend there, most of them are making their living traveling around. They work for each other. It's a network where you get to meet different agents, who are part of it, like booking agents. So there's about 3 or 4 different people that attend every year who are part of the conference, and they draw and they hang out, and they own their own agencies where they book artists all over the country. So all of a sudden they hear that, there's a caricature artist needed in Los Angeles or Ohio or Kentucky or wherever you live, that they can try to place you at those events if you get on their radar, let them know about what you do, show them your website, but also artists hiring other artists to take around with them to the fair circuit, doing that. There's people who run operations, concessions, where they're at theme parks and amusement parks, so you could get a job doing that there. But a lot of these guys are doing their own gigs, so they're independent. They don't need all the other people. Sometimes it was just helpful to get the start. Other people still use them, even though they have their own gigs, and they're doing all the weddings, conventions, trade shows, whatever it is. This is something that they're all doing, again, making a living year-round, doing on top of that, getting freelance work. So it's an amazing way just to start building up your career. And why I talk about it so much, because it was my story, because that's what I did. That's how I started. That's how I got to where I am in character design and the industry, and everything was because of me doing caricatures. It was the stepping stone. It was a launching point to really build up my confidence, not only to work in front of people, but to talk to people and have a lot of pressure of people drawing behind you, just drawing and standing around you as you're drawing. Learned how to start my own business. I learned how to deal with contracts. You learn so many things. So it was a really great opportunity to get my career started, which transitioned into what I wanted to do. And there's many caricature artists who have done that journey. They started as caricature artists and they ended up becoming just different sort of artists along that journey. You get to decide if that's what you want to do or not. You don't have to just stay doing caricatures if you don't want to, but if that's the choice you want to do it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a beautiful thing. Just to, again, have your own business, doing your own thing. And what I loved about when I met Farhan, the thing that I really admired about him was here he was, this young artist living out in Pakistan where he was telling me how hard it is to buy things on the internet and even art supplies, and they don't have like certain distribution channels and so many things that they don't have there that we take advantage of, that we just like, oh, it's just PayPal and just this and that and Amazon, and they don't have all this stuff. So there's a lot of things that there's a struggle there. But did that stop him? No. Could he sit there and just complain and say, oh, my country doesn't have this, my country doesn't have that, I don't have the ability to do this, I don't have the ability to do that? No. And that's what I loved, is that here's a person who's living in a country who is not going to have all the opportunities we have. And yet he was driven and determined, said, I'm going to try to start. I do freelance work and I sell some stuff through my site. But there's no business, caricature business out here. There's no one doing private parties and events like you do out here. And I want to start that. So he had the mindset and determination that I'm going to save my money. I'm going to travel to America. I'm going to go to America. I am going to attend this convention. I'm going to save up my money to go to this convention. And he showed up. And that's the most important thing, is you show up. You can complain and you can bitch and moan about so many things in your life. But here, again, this is where a true role model for people should be. Listen, this guy's living out in Pakistan. He's not complaining. He's not making excuses why he can't do stuff. He took initiative. And that's what I love about, that's why I wanted to just interview him, because here's a guy who took initiative and is willing to make things happen. He came out, he got so inspired, he got to see new ways of doing things. He's going to go back to Pakistan, and I am completely confident that he's going to start a business and career out there. He's going to make it happen, because that was his mindset. And it's just like, I'm going to try. And that's what I feel all the time, is just try. And that's the thing that I hate hearing, has always been my pet peeve of when I have traveled to other countries and when I hear other artists say, oh, it's easy for you because you're in America. It's not how things work out here. It's because I live here and it's impossible. And it's just not true. I think if you say that's the reality, well, then that's going to be the reality. But I think if you're truly determined, if you truly have the willingness and the drive to make stuff happen, you can do it. It's like the artist I interviewed from Iran. And she came to America and was selling things in galleries and doing all this stuff. It's just like, talk about just obstacles and adversity, and also being a woman coming from Iran. Again, it's these things that people want to tell themselves because things aren't going the way they want them to go. It starts to become so much easier to blame the culture. It becomes so much easier to blame anything. You can blame anything. It's because of this, and it's because of that, and it's because I like the color purple instead of the color orange. I mean, you can go on and on about what it's because of. And if you choose to do that, well, that's all it's ever going to be, is you just making the excuses because of. But maybe it could have to do something with your artwork. It could have something to do with your attitude. There's a lot of different things, but again, having that right mindset is, I believe, the thing that's going to keep moving you forward. Stop worrying about that it's not happening overnight. None of this stuff's going to happen overnight. Farhan knows he's out in Pakistan and he's going to do his best, and he's not going to build a business overnight, but he's going there with a great attitude and is coming out of there with a great attitude and is making stuff happen. And that's really what it's about. So without further ado, it's only about 11 minutes of the interview. I hope you can hear everything okay and there's not too much white noise in the back. I don't like to mess with it because my equipment isn't that great. And that's it. Have a great one. And thanks so much for watching these again. Please share wherever possible. The more we can do this, get it out there and help in just bringing awareness to more people, whatever it is. There's so many people everywhere that just like, I don't hear motivation. I don't hear stories. I don't have this content. I don't hear anything. Well, I'm trying to put it out there and share it as to the best as I can. And with the help of you guys, it works. So thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoy, and I'll talk to you next week. Here we go. The interview. I'm here with Farhan, and he's from Pakistan.
Yeah.
And I'm at a caricature convention, and Farhan came all the way from Pakistan to be a part of this caricature convention. And the reason I kind of wanted to, talk to you is so you're living in Pakistan, and you were telling me that there's not really that much of a caricature world out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So
It's
is
not
this
that-
something that you're trying to, have you been doing it in Pakistan? Have you been
Yes.
drawing caricatures?
Yes, I have been doing this caricature part-time job, part-time business since 3 years ago, and I'm taking orders online, but I don't have a retail setup yet because there is no that exposure and that much awareness about the caricature art.
So it's something that people are doing, like out here in the
Yeah.
States, and everyone, they do a lot of party
Yeah.
gigs, but that doesn't
But
really
no,
happen
no,
that
no,
much.
that's
And
not.
and this is something that now you realize that, hey, this is something that I can do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start.
Yes. Yes.
And what have you learned from coming to this convention? So when you go back to Pakistan, what do you feel like you're going to bring back that's different?
Well, if you're talking about what I've learned from this convention, is most important thing was how to how to be funny with your work, how to love your work, and the most common problem you can say in Pakistan is that they don't want they want a caricature, but they don't want a caricature that would be so exaggerated or funny. So I face the problem that people, when I go to the exaggeration thing, I face some issues that clients doesn't want them to be look funny.
Okay.
They want them to look cute and beautiful.
Would it be like
Yeah.
more
So
portrait?
they want,
or-
yeah. So they want a portrait that's look like a bit cartoony. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so now, how are you going to try to just stay with that, or are you going to try to make it more cartoony, or just start your business because you're looking to start a business now?
Yeah. No, I will definitely play a bit more than what I am doing before that, and yeah, what I am thinking that I will keep posted the advanced caricature techniques which I learned from here, and I will keep posting it on my page so that people can get the flavor of the advanced caricature, like exaggeration and funny thing. So it might help them to grasp or to observe that flavor, and then they will accept this style of caricature art. That is my idea actually.
Yeah, yeah. It's like what I really appreciate about you and just kind of what you're doing is you were telling me that you're living in Pakistan. There's not that much opportunity for this out there, but you saved your money and you wanted to come to this convention and you wanted to meet artists and you
Yeah.
wanted to learn and you came all the way out here just for 1 week
Yeah.
to Memphis, and that you're just doing it. You're not
Yeah.
sitting around and like complaining about any situation or just like, oh, I wish it was me. I wish I could do it.
Yes.
You're like saying, hey, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
And you're doing everything to kind of make things happen. And I think that's so important.
Yeah.
That's such a big thing. And I say that because I feel like a lot of people make excuses all the time. And when I met you and you have this energy and you're excited and
Yeah.
you're just ready to learn and you're ready to grow and you don't know what's going to happen, but you take risks. What made you kind of want to be like that? Are your parents very sort of strong like that, and they're very supportive of you, or maybe not?
If you say about my parents, initially they were not accepting the art in me.
Yeah.
They were more worried about me, that I am always doing art and I was not thinking about my future. As they see,
Right.
but I know the concern behind this thought. They want me to be do something productive or do something in my country what is productive, to get a good job and
Right.
do a job in a bank or in a good office.
Yeah.
But they didn't aware about the possibilities of art, and they don't know about what the artist would do with his art.
Right.
So that is the concern. But what I did is I keep learning art on my pace, and I also doing what they want me to do. So yeah, so gradually I explored the possibilities of art, and I was also doing a job in an ordinary office, in an engineering office. But at some point I decided that this is not what I am doing anymore, and this is not the purpose of my life.
Wow. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
art is what which feeds me, which give me an energy. And art is like you can say it's a drug that I am addicted
Yeah.
from my childhood.
Yeah.
I cannot live without art. So at that moment I decided to quit this job, and got my admission in any art school, so that I can learn more, and I can be in the professional field of art. So yeah, I got my admission in Karachi University.
Okay.
And luckily at the same time my boss didn't accept my resignation. He asked me to come in the evening shift and work with us, and keep learning what you want to learn.
Wow.
So that is the thing that I just try to do my best.
Yeah.
And God will give me that opportunity, that I at the same time I was learning, at the same time I was earning my money to get me and my family feed.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
so that is the biggest achievement, or biggest turnout point for my life. And what I had done at that time, it became right now what I'm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fantastic. Again, it's just that. Oh, I don't know what that is. It's that again that willingness, again your drive.
Yeah.
These things that have led you to where, and I love this because now you're gonna go back with just all this newfound knowledge, and you're probably even more excited than
Yeah,
ever.
I'm
To go
bo-
back
I'm-
and you know that you can do this.
Yeah, hopefully I have some plans to explore the possibilities of how how can grow this caricature art form in Pakistan with my artist colleagues. I'm planning to do some workshops there,
Great.
not for the professional artists, but
Yeah.
also for the immature artists
Right.
who wants to learn the form of caricature art, so that we can grow this by our own pace.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it is good that more than one artist can participate to expand the platform for caricature art. It will help
Yeah.
us to work on a same time with a larger expansion, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is my plan. Let's see how it will
I
work.
think you're gonna do it. I think you're gonna do whatever you want. I mean, the fact you're out here, you're making stuff happen. You were even just telling me how it's even hard to buy art supplies
Yeah.
and certain things online. You just don't have
Yeah.
like the accessibility that
Yeah.
we have. Yet again, you're not making excuses. You this whole time I've just known you, and just in the short time that I met you, and feeling your energy. You just got this energy about you. You're not one to make excuses. You're willing to try new things. You're working hard. You're working hard drawing the caricatures. You're taking this seriously, and I think it's something that is admirable. That's very important. And more so, just a belief that no need to make excuses about anything. Just
Yeah.
kind of know what you want to do, pursue what you want to do. There's no right, there's no wrong. It might work out, it might not work out, but you're gonna try.
Yeah,
You're gonna
you have
do
to
your
try.
best. Yeah.
Yeah, that is the only thing you can. My brother keeps saying, sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, but you never lose.
I like that. Yeah,
Okay?
yeah, that's
so
great.
that is the phrase that motivates me
Nice.
all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And he keeps saying me this every time, that sometimes you win, sometimes you win. Sometimes you win, sometimes you learn, but you never lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. I think that's a great place to end it right now. I think that's really solid advice, and I know you're gonna do awesome in life
Thank you
because
so much. Thank you
that's
so
what you want to do.
Thank you so much for having me with you.
Well,
You
thank
are a
you.
true inspiration for me as well.
Well, thank
Okay,
you.
I keep looking your work. I got my first job in 2014 in a production house where we have some sort of books related to art, and there is a one book. The famous book was the the art of
Oh,
character
yeah,
design by
yeah.
Silver Stephen Silver.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
was keep looking that book, and I was so mesmerized that how you can draw a appealing character in a simple way. So that was so wonderful to see, and that was so helpful for me to make characters by your teachings.
Oh, thank
And
you.
now I am sitting with you,
Yes,
and you are
here we are. And you will soon become the teacher
yeah,
someday, and you will share your
inshallah.
knowledge. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. That's it, guys.
Bye-bye.
Inspiration right here. Make stuff happen. See ya.
Thank
To subscribe to my mailing list and stay updated on future workshops and events, please go to my contact at silvertunes.com and simply hit join mailing list. Until the next time, make it a great week, and thank you for listening.